New nursing school for Region 2. Caracol meeting cancelled. And Jagdeo says no more extensions. I am Enrico Beaufort, and this is Uncut News. Do you see news happening? Send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151. The Health Ministry will spend $500 million on a new nursing school in Region 2, which will provide training for all categories of health workers. The building will be located in the compound of the City Public Hospital and equipped with simulation laboratories. The Health Minister called on young people to take up a career in nursing and emphasized the need for more nurses in the region. Opposition leader Aubrey Norton urged Afro-Guyanese to focus on businesses and create a business class in each village to generate wealth within. He discouraged handouts and called for structured programs to establish businesses and counter poverty. Norton also emphasized the importance of education as an avenue towards emancipation. The PNCR AppNew's anti-poverty strategy includes a rent-to-own housing program, a minimum livable income, and hot meals for students. Honestly, that's probably the most sensible thing Norton said all year. In fact, not begging for handouts is good advice for all of us in Guyana. The planned retreat for CARICOM heads of government, initiated by Chairman and Dominican Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, has been cancelled. The Caribbean Media Corporation first reported the cancellation, which was later confirmed by the Secretariat. The decision to cancel was influenced by multiple factors, including the fact that many of the issues, such as free movements of nationals, are still being addressed by respective nations. At the 45th CARICOM Heads of Government meeting, Dominican Prime Minister Skerrit announced the community's aim for free movement from next March, with all heads resolving to remove impediments by then. Chinese company Rong-An Incorporated has applied to the Environmental Protection Agency for permission to log in the Upper Berbice district. The EPA requires an environmental impact assessment before approving or rejecting the project due to potential environmental impact. Citizens have 28 days to make written submissions to the EPA with questions or concerns about the assessment. Just hours after the police issued a wanted bulletin for South Rumfeldt resident Majesty Finance, he's come forward actually saying that he did not murder Dexter Horsham, revealing that he's actually been in the US since the end of June and he had nothing to do with the incident which occurred on Thursday. Finance provided his passport information to Gordon Mosley to prove his innocence. However, the police maintain that the bulletin will stand, as the vehicle used in the crime was registered in Finance's name, and they want to know who was driving it at the time. However, according to him, the police have yet to even get in contact with him. On Saturday, 3 children died after the boat they were in capsized in the Essequibo River. The father of 2 of the children was the captain of the boat, and the adults on board swam to shore and were rescued by a passing vessel. Nonetheless, an investigation is ongoing. Recently, Kanu arrested 2 men after discovering over 10 pounds of cannabis in a boat they were in at Sandaka Creek, East Berbice Quarantine. The suspects were identified as Stephen Siraj and Anthony Sugrim of Crabwood Creek Quarantine, Berbice. The cannabis was worth approximately $1.5 million.
Attention truck owners. Between potholes, bad drivers, and high fuel prices, you've got 99 problems to deal with. But with Powered Automotive, your engine ain't one. That's because they stock high-quality parts and spares you need at prices you can't beat. Visit them at Lot 491 EE Eccles, or call or WhatsApp them at telephone number 6970171. Save big on truck parts at Powered Automotive, the #1 heavy-duty truck parts store in Guyana. Tired of waiting on hold, tracking down a delivery driver, or carrying cash for your food orders? GT Eat is here to make your life easier. Guyana's first cashless food ordering and delivery app. Choose from Georgetown's top restaurants, pay securely with your card, and get your food delivered right to your doorstep. With the convenience of being able to order from your phone and the added feature of tracking your order, GT Eats is the ultimate solution for all your food needs. Download the app on Apple and Android stores and start ordering the easy way today.
18-year-old Noel Frazier was fatally stabbed while attempting to break up a fight between 2 of his friends this morning in Georgetown. His mother, Carol Frazier, said Noel was always a peacemaker among his friends, and she recently warned him to stop involving himself in such situations. But according to her, this time, she saw one of the young men turn his anger onto Noel, stabbing him in the chest before fleeing the scene. Frazier later died from his injuries. Early this morning, a shooting incident at Long Creek Soosdike Linden Highway resulted in the deaths of 26-year-old A.J. Budan and his girlfriend Ashley Singh. Budan was the son of a well-known farmer in the area, and the pair were reportedly involved in a romantic relationship. The police are currently investigating. 2 teenagers were killed and 3 others injured in a 3-vehicle accident on the Montrose Public Road, East Coast Demerara. The accident occurred when the driver of one of the vehicles lost control while speeding, resulting in the car colliding with 2 other cars proceeding in the opposite direction. Investigations are ongoing. Former chairman of the Guyana Elections Commission, Justice James Patterson, passed away at the age of 89 after battling several health issues. Patterson was appointed in 2017, but his appointment was ruled unconstitutional by the Caribbean Court of Justice in 2019, leading to his resignation. Now for today's oil update. The Vice President has ruled out further extensions beyond the September 12, 2023 deadline for bidding on 14 offshore oil blocks, citing the completion of a new production sharing agreement and petroleum activities law. The bid round was launched on December the 9th, 2022, with the intention of awarding contracts in May of 2023, but has been extended multiple times since. The 14 blocks include 11 in shallow waters and 3 in deep and ultra-deep waters. In other oil-related news, Ghanaian technology firm West Coast Gas Ghana has partnered with Guyanese Canadian company eMagic Incorporated to provide a technological platform to enhance offshore monitoring of oil exploration and production in Ghana. The partnership will enable the government to have direct and independent oversight within the natural resources sector and real-time data to back its own review capabilities. The Local Content Act of 2021 does not include this service as one of the 40 areas under the law, making this JV unique in its scope. The partnership will redefine how technology can enhance production processes, minimize risk, and drive sustainable growth of the oil industry in Guyana.
It might not be robbery season, but the streets are still mean. That's why you need to get security for your home and business through Sheriff Security Service. Sheriff Security offers well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, marine patrol, canine services. These people even got drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest, now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today.
Now for our Uncut News Views Poll Question of the Day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Ghana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel if this was. On Friday, I asked, since the PNC can't afford to vote, how do you feel about that?
But before we get to that, I'm proud to announce our latest addition to the Noble Army, Richard Singh, who is supporting us at the reporter level, the highest level of monthly support we've received so far. So thank you, Richard Singh. And also, a special thank you to David Griffith, Dion Nascimento, Project Zero, and Dimitri V. I appreciate you all. And if you're watching at home and you'd like to support our movement, just hit the link in the video description.
Barefoot Wanderer says, with the PNC being broke, you and your political party are one step closer to being in the opposition. They can't even muster a measly 2.5 million donation. How can they manage the budget for a whole nation? Oh Lord, my belly a bust. PNC, what really going on with all ya? What really going on with them indeed? Thanks for the vote of confidence, by the way. Country King says, them can't keep election because them didn't thief taxpayers' money. Story done. Lash says, just an excuse, man. Meanwhile, Navin Singh says he wish he cared. Ha-ha! Now for tonight's question. Apparently, we have a nationwide shortage of nurses. I want to know, what are some things the state could do to encourage persons to go into the field of nursing? I want you to think about that question. Tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Rico Bullfoot saying, good night, folks.